Welcome back to the show. It's official. Police are now going to people's home for something you publish online. We knew it was coming, but I thought they would at least wait till Bill C-9 was approved. But you know what? Why wait? Just act now, right? Canada's economy is so poor, it represents a human rights crisis. That's right, announced by Canada's Human Rights Commissioner. At the same time, Mark Carney's favorability has reached the summit of Mount Everest. There is no prime minister in Canadian history this popular. There's something seriously wrong with the data sets. It's just not adding up. I got some newly released data that's going to literally blow your mind. Let's get into this report. We're going to start off with this shocking new report. Canada's economy is so poor, it represents a human rights crisis, says the Canadian Human Rights Commission. Agency says inflation, housing shortages, and a rising poverty rate puts the fundamental human rights to an adequate standard of living at risk. Canada is getting so bad that our very own Canadian Human Rights Commission is saying that we're in a human rights crisis in Canada. A new survey that came out today finds nearly half of all Canadians are living paycheck to paycheck. While at the same time, new models show that if there was an election today, the Liberals would win a super majority with 218 seats. It's 172 to get a majority. A 218 seats would annihilate all other parties. What's quite interesting is Mark Carney's scorecard after a year of being prime minister has just been released. Mark Carney's 26 trips abroad, a breakdown of Prime Minister Carney's trade deals and travel after 1 year of office. Here's Mark Carney's scorecard. Binding deals is in green. I don't know why they made it so thick, because we have Indonesia, Chinese tariff rollback, and India's uranium contracts. As for Indonesia, we trade $5 billion back and forth with Indonesia. For context, we trade $1 trillion with the United States back and forth. So $5 billion is like picking up a penny on the street and going, you know what? I don't need this penny. I'm going to throw it into a fountain and make a wish. The yellow portion is all of those beautiful MOUs that we use to wipe our behind with because they're as useless as toilet paper. We signed with Belgium, Poland, Germany, Mexico, Malaysia, South Korea, UAE, Qatar, Australia, and Japan. All MOUs. I promise that we're going to do a deal with you. But first, we're going to write it on a napkin and hopefully it doesn't get wet. As you can see, he only went once to all of these countries, but nothing signed yet. Absolutely nothing signed. He's gone to France twice, UK twice. How many times did he go down to visit Donald Trump? South Africa, Singapore, and Switzerland. He has absolutely nothing to show for it. Just so people are aware, the United States represents 75% of all our trade. That's the one place he needs to go down. Forget the other people, because if we don't have the United States, we will not exist as a country anymore. And he visited Not About Trade, the Vatican. Of course, we know about that $150,000 for his flight and all that caviar and steaks to go visit the Pope. Netherlands, Latvia, and Egypt, and US FIFA. Those were untrade-related trips. I don't know about you, but this looks like a massive failure. A brand new Angus Reid poll was conducted to find out if Canadians would support military action in Iran. It showed that only 10% would support military involvement in Iran. Everybody else, 74% says no and 15% unsure. But I have a question. Why are we asking this question? Because what aircraft carrier can we send down to Iran? What military personnel exactly are we able to send, even if we wanted to send our military? What military are we sending exactly? The food professor here says, feel poor at the grocery store? Here's why. Since 2020, food prices have increased over 30% and wages have only increased 20%. That shapes the gap that I'm going to show you here in loss in purchasing power. Canadians aren't imagining it. They are poor. So as you can see, the part that's in blue is the gap between wage growth and food prices. The gap is only getting bigger. So my question is, what exactly is Mark Carney and the Liberals offering in order to solve this massive problem? I have yet to see a solution to this. There's something they could do actually immediately. They could scrap the carbon taxes and cut gas taxes to ease pump prices. That would also reduce the cost of groceries because we have a large country in Canada, and in order to ship food across this entire nation, it costs a lot of money in gas. So all of those carbon taxes they say doesn't trickle down to you, that is imaginary. It all trickles down to you. And April 1st, the carbon taxes are increasing to $110 per ton. It's official, Canada. It's actually happened. A police officer shows up to this woman's house for a post that she made online.
So you've made some online posts to the Prime Minister of Canada. Do you have anything to say about that?
Can you be more specific? What post? What I specifically said? Do you have a screenshot?
Yeah, you specifically said, and you made it online.
Well, because I mean, he's a Zionist scumbag, and he's not my prime minister, so...
Okay.
But really, you're going to come to my door, and you're worried that I'm going to do something? Do I seriously look like a threat to you?
So that's why we came to talk, right? So those threats are made...
You know what? You guys should be busy taking care of actual real crime than standing here harassing me over what I say online.
I understand, but...
Okay, yeah, no. Don't be wasting tax dollars doing this bullshit.
Nicole, if such behavior continues, if there is...
What are you going to do? Put me in jail because I don't like our prime minister?
No, but if you made some threats that are concerning...
What kind of threats did I make? You still haven't shown me what I said.
You're talking over me, man. I'm trying to explain to you what the
Show me what I said.
So if those threats are continuing...
Show me what I said.
Right? You could be arrested and charged. Just want to let you know.
Communist Canada, how do you like working for that? Are you proud of yourself? Do you go back home and look at your family in the mirror and say, this is what you do for a living? You harass people for what they say online because I don't like our stupid prime minister and he's a Zionist scumbag?
You can have your opinion. You cannot,
whatever. I don't have to discuss anymore with this.
So listen,
excuse me, don't touch my door.
That's what I'm letting you know. So if
don't touch my door.
We will put a report in. It's documented. If such behavior continues, the Toronto...
Blah, 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 blah. I will say whatever the about our prime minister. You can't stop my speech. Sorry. Yeah, exactly.
Be threatening. That's all I'm asking you.
What you say is threatening, I say is just words. Okay. Have a nice day. Goodbye now.
I really want to know what this woman said for the police to actually show up to their house. Luckily, the National Roast has reached out to me and provided me a screenshot of what the woman exactly said. Let's take a look at it. National Roast here says, context. If we go to the comment section of the Instagram handle at the top of the video, she's been making comments like this, which can reasonably be considered a threat. Could be justified for a door knock. Let's see what she wrote. Well, I can't read the first thing, and then second and third and fourth thing. I think the reason she got a knock is because she wrote, I'm coming for you, and everything else. I think everything else is fine, but you can't say I'm coming for you. I don't know. I'm going to let you guys decide. Is this crossing the line? Should the police stop fighting actual crime and go and talk to this person? I'm sure Once Bill C9 is actually approved, this will land you in handcuffs. And this leads me perfectly to this next news item. The elbows up boomer has been hired to police misinformation and online safety in Canada. The Minister of Truth. This, I'm going to show you, will be the last face that you see before you hit the slammer. Look what the Liberals just hired. This guy with the elbows up shirt has been hired as online safety. How is this even possible that we have Bernie Farber as the online thought police? You can't make any of this stuff up, Canada. So obviously the memes are going wild. Your meme has been deemed H full. Police are on their way. Oh, great. What's your thought about this? Oh man, I just can't. Remember when I said the data just ain't adding up? 63% approval rating for Mark Carney and 33% disapprove. My question's very simple. How is it even possible that Mark Carney has a 63% approval rating when 50% of Canadians do not approve of Mark Carney? And they are straight up sick of sacrificing more. We can't sacrifice one more thing for Mark Carney. So how is it possible that he has a 63% approval rating? Is this amongst Liberal supporters? Because amongst Canadians, this number doesn't make any sense. Doug Ford was asked, what are you going to do, Dougie? Because Nate Erkin-Smith is trying to take your job.
Can I ask you about Nate Erkin-Smith? He says he wants to go toe-to-toe with the legislature. He says you're delaying this
Look, he just laughed.
You don't want him in there asking you tough questions. Is that why you're called the Scarborough by-election?
I'll be perfectly honest with you. He could be sitting in this crowd. I don't even know who this guy is. So once they decide as they move forward, then we'll deal with it. But you never know who's going to be the leader. They're going to have a tough choice on the leader because they had 15 years of destroying this province. We've coming up to 8 years of making sure that we've created a million new jobs. We're investing $223 billion in infrastructure. We're building schools, building hospitals, building roads, bridges, and highways. We're spending $70 billion on the largest transit project in North America, and we're spending an unprecedented amount in healthcare. So I say, good luck to whoever they pick, and let the rubber hit the road.
When's the by-election? Are you going to wait till the last minute to call?
Well, we'll see. We'll see, and I understand the feds are going to have a by-election, obviously, in that riding. They're doing it because they need that extra seat, and I understand that. So when that time comes, I'll make sure you're the first to know, and you can come out campaigning with us or against us.
He doesn't know who Nate is. I can't wait for Nate's response to Doug Ford's statement. Pretty cool, guys. Tommy Robinson decided to follow me on my Twitter X account. This is an honor. A true patriot with almost 2 million followers now follows me. Donald Trump is not happy with NATO. He asked for NATO's support in the Strait of Hormuz, and everybody declined. He's like, we spent trillions of dollars on NATO, and nobody's coming to help out. Now Donald Trump saying, maybe it's time that the United States exits NATO.
Are you rethinking the United States' relationship with NATO possibly getting out?
Well, I'm disappointed in NATO that we spend trillions of dollars on NATO. Think of it, trillions over the years, many trillions of dollars. It's one of the reasons we have deficits and we help other countries. And when they don't help us, I mean, it's certainly something that we should think about. I don't need Congress for that decision, as you probably know. I can make that decision myself. I'd work with some very smart people. And I'd always deal with Congress anyway, but I don't need Congress for that decision. But, you know, when you say rethink, I have nothing currently in mind, but I will say that I'm not exactly thrilled when we help them with Ukraine. Look, Ukraine would have been over in one day if we didn't help. Frankly, Ukraine would have been over in the first day. They had the best equipment in the world. It was our equipment given by Sleepy Joe Biden. No charge, no charge. Hundreds of billions of dollars of the best equipment in the world, no charge. I will say that I'm not happy about it.
Mr. President, two questions.
Premier David Eby gives an update on the efforts to recruit U.S. healthcare providers. He says we are attracting the very best, the best of the best from America. And everybody's welcome, especially the 2S LGBTQI plus people. Those people are at the top of the list. Meet Canada's brand new Dr. Wes.
Say to any American healthcare professionals that are out there, British Columbia is ready to welcome you with open arms. We have a public healthcare system. We respect science. We respect reproductive rights. We have highly inclusive and welcoming workplaces and communities, and we can't wait to welcome you to British Columbia. Come join your friends. Thanks very much.
Our healthcare system stronger for British Columbians. So I'd like now to invite Dr. Yanto West to come up and make a few remarks. Thank you.
Thanks, everyone. So I started graduate school in Seattle in 2014, and a couple of years in, I had the idea that I might want to move to Canada. So I booked my credentials with something called the National Register. That meant that when November 2024 came around and our family made the decision to move to Canada, the process went a little bit smoother. We were able to move pretty fast. It was still a lot of things to do, but it reduced the paperwork burden, and I was able to make things happen pretty quickly. We took it just one step at a time. A former colleague from Vancouver actually gave me a Zoom tour over Google Maps of Vancouver, and that helped me feel like, okay, we can do this. Things like Health Match BC and Todd Maffin's videos gave me hope to keep going. I was able to get registered as a psychologist in BC in about 6 months. And then I had a job offer in about a month. And about a month after that, we were moving. We had to leave a lot behind in order to move so quickly. Our car paid off, but it couldn't convert to kilometers, so the car had to stay. But that said, I'm really loving my bike commute. As my coworkers will attest to, I talk about it every day. The neighborhood has been so welcoming. I've never had such a neighborly daily life before. We were just talking about, I have cup of sugar friends, where I can walk down the street, borrow a cup of sugar, pick each other's kids up from the pool. Like, I've never had that kind of a neighborhood before. And I had no idea about the ice rinks. There are so many. I'm working at BC Children's, and I'm loving it. The people here are amazing. I love all the diverse disciplines and the way research is valued here. I'm very grateful to be here.
Thank you so much, Dr. West. On behalf of everybody, I want to say thank you for following your heart to British Columbia, helping to take care of our children and youth here at BC Children's Hospital. We really appreciate all the passion and the expertise that Dr. West is bringing, and hoping that they'll reach back out into their communities back home and invite even more American professionals to move to British Columbia.
That's it for today's report. What do you think about Canada's new doctor? Are we getting the absolute best of the best? Why can't we train doctors here in Canada to be the best of the best instead of poaching doctors from abroad? I don't know about you, but all these polling numbers don't make any sense to me, especially given how after 11 years of liberal rule, our country has never been so poor ever. So much so, we're in a human rights crisis in a so-called first world country. I'd love to hear from you in the comments section. I'll see you on the next report.